Hey everybody, welcome back to Space Engineers 2, and here we have a very impressive ship called I believe it's the Excalibur Mk6 Starchaser. I'll go ahead and put credit on screen and a link in the description. I also have a modded Skybox here. I made a previous video on how to do that, but let's go ahead and check out this ship. Even though the Skybox is rather distracting, we're being watched. But, so, the exterior of the ship is quite impressive. I actually had to use a PCU limit mod as well. You can look in the lower right hand corner of my screen and see the redonkulous PCU limit that I now have. That is necessary because this ship has a buku number of blocks. So it's very interesting looking. I don't really know how practical this ship is, and we'll see once I crash it to see what that does to performance. But yeah, so very interesting looking ship. Very pretty. It's got turrets on the outside, or what are representative turrets. Currently there's no working weapons in Space Engineers 2, but hopefully in the future the devs will add those. Oh man, even the interior of the ship is quite detailed. Back here, that looks to be the innards of the ship. Okay. I'm just gonna have to go into first person. Okay, so we got some crew quarters here. And, okay. Some kind of conference room, dining room, something like that. Okay. We got interior, okay, so we got med bay. It looks like there's some interior thrusters on this ship, which, like, it works now, but again, in the future, I believe the devs are going to create thruster damage similar to what's in Space Engineers 1, in which case, a lot of these ships are going to need a redesign. The ship does have its own gravity, so here's some passenger seats, currently non-functioning. That's not on the designer of this ship, that's on the devs. They gotta add functionality to those passenger seats. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our way to the bridge. I would assume it's up this way. Double doors, yuck. On the interior of a ship? Okay, cool. Very interesting looking bridge. Okay. It's moderately maneuverable for its size. I think it's got a lot of mass, a lot more mass than it looks like it has because of the blocks that it's made out of. So it's got a lot of detailing blocks and a lot of small blocks. And as a result, I think that does give it a little bit more weight than a similar sized ship that's mostly made out of large blocks. I'm not exactly sure how the physics works with block sizes and how that affects mass, but I have a theory that 20 small blocks is more mass than one large block. Don't check me on my math, or if you do check me on my math, go ahead and put it in the comments. So we lined it up. Let's go ahead and crash it. Hopefully my computer doesn't crash, but we shall see. I'm not gonna lie, this was kind of a funny skybox, but it is extremely distracting because it's not very, but it kind of takes you out of the, I don't know. All right, here we go. All right. Let's check out the damn. Oh man, we might not have hardly any damage to our ship. Oh no, okay. The front half is sort of gone, somewhat, and we sort of punched a hole straight through the red ship. It's kind of cool. All right, y'all. Until next time.